marching to my own parade. My heart don't beat any other way. You do you and I'll do me. I'ma do my own thing. I'ma do me. I'ma do my own thing. Hey, na na na. I said, hey, I'm no good. I'ma do my own thing. I'ma do me. Hey, na na na. I said, hey, I'm no good. I'ma do my own thing. I'ma do me. I'ma do my own thing. I'ma do my own thing. I'ma It's been 10 years on this pavement, and I finally caught a dream. If I'm honest, it's a terrifying thing. 'Cause I feel crazy taking pictures, hearing 1,000 people scream. This is a lot for an Oklahoma kid like me. It chased me down outside of Georgia, and I was sure that I was done. Something in me would not turn around and run. I heard Lord in California, and I remembered who I was when I learned to dance with the fear that I'd been running from. And I've been scared to death of failing, scared that I'd look like a fool. And I'd rather quit than risk that I could lose. And I'm not proud of that position, no, but it's the hand that I've been dealt. But as far as I'm concerned, that hand can go to hell. Oh, yeah. It chased me down outside of Georgia, and I was sure that I was done. Something in me would not turn around and run. Oh, oh. Heard Lord in California, and I remember who I was when I learned to dance with the fear that I'd been running from. Oh, yeah. No, I won't run away. No, I am not afraid. I was down outside of Georgia, so sure that I was done. But something in me would not turn around and run. Heard the Lord in California, and I remembered who I was when I learned to dance with the fear that I'd been running from. Learned to dance with the fear that I'd been running from.
Played a lot of you might win it. It's like 25 the lives that you bust out of prison. Something's in the air, something's in the air. It's like that feeling when you're just about to kill it. Take your last shot, you know you're gonna hit it. Something's in the air, something's in the air. Whoa. Something big, I feel it happening out of my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's grabbing me. Feel it in my bones like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. medal. And you work so hard that you knew you wouldn't settle. Hands are in the air, hands are in the air. When they hear you and you thought they wouldn't listen, it's like an anthem that the whole world's singing. Hands are in the air, hands are in the air. Whoa. Something big, I feel it happening out of my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's grabbing me. Feel it in my bones like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Something big, I feel it happening. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Something big. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. If we stomp our feet, the ground will shake. If we clap our hands, the walls will break. Yo, so loud, won't forget our names. Cause something big is happening. Take this spark and start a fire. Raise this up, we're feeling high. They can't tell us anything. Something big is happening. Something big, I feel it happening out of my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's grabbing me. Feel it in my bones like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Something big is happening. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something big, I feel it happening. Oh. I should move, cause New York is getting muddy out. There's LA, but it's always kinda sunny out. And I don't wanna hurt no more. So I set my bar real low. I'm A-okay, I'm A-okay. You say it, but you just don't mean it. You're so insane, you're so insane. Shut up and just enjoy this feeling. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad. But I'm way less sad. But I'm way less sad. I wake up and I'm not so mad at Twitter now. Living sucks, but it's sucking just a little now. And I don't wanna cry no more. So I set my bar real low. I'm A-okay, I'm A-okay. You say it, but you just don't mean it. You're so insane, you're so insane. Shut up and just enjoy this feeling. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad. I may be wrong, I may be wrong. It's stupid, but it's all I have. Don't you love it, don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad. Well, I can't fall asleep and I'm losing my mind, 'cause it's 3:30 and my brain's on fire. I've been counting sheep, but the sheep all died. And I'm trying too hard, but I can't not try. Well, I can't fall asleep and I'm losing my mind, 'cause it's 3:30 and my brain's on fire. I've been counting sheep, but the sheep all died. And I'm not dead yet, so I guess I'll be on.
Attention, Mountaineer family. The commencement ceremony is about to begin. At this time, please locate the nearest emergency exit. Please silence your cell phones, tablets, and other electronic devices, and turn your attention to the outstanding students who are the focus of this day. This is their moment to shine, so please give them and their many accomplishments your full attention. Now, let's get ready to welcome our graduates.
For 153 years, West Virginia University has been graduating talented leaders who make our world a better place. Today, we celebrate the May 2023 graduates who continue that legacy. Please welcome West Virginia University's Davis College of Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Design candidates for graduation. And now, please welcome members of the Platform Party. Darrell W. Donahue, Dean of the Davis College of Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Design. Department chairs and faculty members of the Davis College. Members of the West Virginia University Board of Governors and Senior University Administration. Joel G. Newman, honorary degree recipient, and today's commencement speaker. Chad Proudfoot, University Marshal, carrying the University Mace. And Dr. E. Gordon Gee, President of West Virginia University. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem and remain standing for the singing of our alma mater. You may be seated. Please welcome to the podium Davis College Dean Darrell Donahue.
Graduates, today is the day you all have been working towards. the day you've been waiting for. To get here, you had to develop a diligence and drive for yourself and your future, which you clearly did because you're here. I congratulate you both on this achievement and your personal growth. Now, I want to take a little time to talk about art. But listen, I'm not an artist. I can't paint, sculpt, or draw. I try sometimes, but my stick figures, well, they're not real good. But I enjoy admiring art, even though I don't understand what I'm looking at. If I find it visually appealing or interesting, that's what matters to me. My question for you today is, what matters to you? Sorry. Today, you have a blank canvas in front of you, your next steps in life. Maybe you don't know how to paint or draw, but I've got a secret for you. None of us do, metaphorically speaking. As you begin your new journey, you'll feel the pressure to succeed and progress and to suddenly know how to paint a successful life. But I will encourage you to remember that success is not scripted. Y'all know about the Mona Lisa, but do you know Jackson Pollock? He threw paint on canvas. Now, he threw it with really intention. I didn't. I learned very quickly that's the difference between his art and mine. Art itself shows us that progress and success are not the same for all of us. Just like many famous artists, don't let the rules or restrictions limit how your canvas, your life, could look. Y'all might have 1, 5, and 10-year plans. Those are important, but remember, there's no one right way to achieve them. There isn't a set timeline to reach those goals. The only rules and time limits are the ones you put on yourself. Your 5-year plans might include getting a job in your field. Your parents hope so. And be successful in that role. Maybe you own a home or even start a family. While those are respectful goals, realize achieving them is dependent on circumstances. As you learned while navigating college during pandemic, circumstances don't define you. They don't determine the beauty of your canvas. You do. After all, you're the artist. So how do you create a beautiful canvas without tangible achievements like awards, families, and promotions? Well, to create a beautiful masterpiece, you don't need achievements or possessions. What makes your life into a magnificent work of art, regardless of circumstance, is you choosing to become better. Whether it's as a person, as a researcher, as a partner, a designer, a friend, a parent, a veterinarian, or an artist, your canvas isn't so much a reflection of recognition or social status, but a reflection of what you've become. Graduates, to get here today, you became learners, researchers, very diligent and driven people who pursued knowledge. You found courage to ask for help in your classes and in your personal lives. You became a class worthy of congratulations. You became mountaineers. That's something worth celebrating. Take today and celebrate who you are and what you've achieved. And please remember this day as you begin painting your life with the colors that you've become. Let's go. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my distinct pleasure to introduce the President of West Virginia University, Dr. E. Gordon Gee, for the presentation of honorary degree to Joel G. Newman. And Faculty Senate Chair Scott Wayne will assist President Gee with this presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Dean. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, come on. Good afternoon. There we go. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate all of you being here today. And I know it was a little rainy out there, but the sun has just started to shine just when we're commencing here. So it shows that the sun always shines on Davis. So we're glad to be here with you. Will Joel G. Newman please come forward? Mr. Newman? Joel Newman, a visionary leader, made many impactful advances in food safety and enhanced sustainability of animal food production throughout his 48-year career. Newman's values were shaped early on through achieving his Boy Scout Eagle Award and his work on local farms, which ignited a passion for agriculture and food production. He later obtained a Bachelor of Science in Animal Science from West Virginia University and a Master of Business Administration in Finance from Syracuse University. He recently retired from the agribusiness and food industry, most recently serving as president and CEO of the American Feed Industry Association. Newman is widely respected for his preeminent leadership of innovative and transformational change, nationally and internationally. He guided AFIA through the development and implementation of the 2011 Food Safety Modernization Act, one of the most sweeping U.S. food industry reforms since the 1950s. Internationally, while serving on the U.S. delegation to the Codex Alimentarius Commission, he achieved consensus on several international food safety and trade standards that protect consumers and trade partners. During his term as president of the International Feed Industry Federation, working with European partners, he helped to establish the Global Feed Lifecycle Institute, which assesses the feed industry's complete environmental impact from crop to feed and is being put into practice by global companies to benchmark measures and reduce their environmental emissions. Newman remains actively involved in the ongoing research and development of sustainable animal agriculture practices, as well as the education and leadership for global implementation through an advisory role with the Clarity and Leadership for Environmental Awareness and Research Center. This also entails using his expertise to broaden alliances and communicate with legislative and regulatory bodies, all sectors of the food industry, healthcare, and consumers, to keep them apprised of progress. Among his many accomplishments, Newman served as the President's Council on Safety and Food Safety, the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Advisory Committee, and is the only non-European to be granted a lifetime membership to the European Feed Industry Federation. In his retirement, Joel remains active with the Davis College as well as mentoring students and executives. So Joel G. Newman, on this day, May 13, 2023, in recognition of your distinguished career, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations, Dr. Newman.
Good afternoon. President Gee, Dean Donahue, Board of Governors members, distinguished faculty, proud parents, and especially the members of Class 2023. I really appreciate your invitation to join in celebrating the accomplishments of each of these graduates today. But first, let me wish a happy Mother's Day weekend to all the proud mothers with us. I am truly honored, humbled, and so very proud to come back to campus today to receive and accept this honorary degree, especially because it's in recognition of accomplishments throughout a career that I've absolutely loved and enjoyed. And I'm equally excited to have the opportunity to speak with this class of Davis College graduates. Being here today brings back special memories of our time at WVU, which was before PRT and cell phones. My wife, Sue Ellen, was a member of the first class to move into the new unfinished third tower residence hall on Evansdale campus. So new it wasn't even named yet. And I was part of the first WVU class to graduate from this Coliseum. So that puts our student era in perspective for you. Obviously, WVU and Davis College have evolved and grown since we were students here. Today, Davis College offers so many more diverse and exciting majors to pursue. WVU's research programs have both grown in magnitude and prominence and are recognized in critical areas. And it's so great to see the investment that the university continues to make in new facilities and laboratories across this campus. But one thing that has not changed, obviously hasn't changed since the 1970s, is the popularity of Mario's Fishbowl. Smiles indicate some agreement there. As you receive your diplomas today, you have a very bright future in front of you. Companies are actively seeking your talents. They're anxious to gain the benefit of your technical skills, your ingenuity, your new ideas, and your leadership. I recently had lunch with a friend who shared that in his job as a recruiter for a federal regulatory agency, he often interviewed students from the University of Virginia, William & Mary, Virginia Tech, and West Virginia University. And he shared with me that without a doubt, the WVU students were better prepared and also brought the promise of a strong work ethic. So your degree from WVU comes with a solid reputation. You may think of this diploma as your ticket to a good life. Let me offer you an alternative. Think of it as your ticket to change the world, because you're going to have that opportunity. My career has taken me in directions that I couldn't have anticipated. When I was sitting where you're sitting today, I never envisioned that I would be representing the agricultural and food industry on the global stage. I have enjoyed a very diverse and rewarding career, and I also learned that the most interesting careers are not always linear. So I'd like to share a few insights with you that I hope will help in your life beyond WVU. Many of you may know exactly where you want your career to lead. Others may still be figuring this out, but I urge you, keep your options open. Let me share an example. Dr. Harold Kidder, my Davis College advisor and first mentor, gave me a very important piece of advice when he saw that I was struggling with organic chemistry. He sat me down and he said, "Son, you're smart, you're talented, and I'm confident you will be successful, just possibly not as a veterinarian." But he went on to say, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Keep your options open and consider all the career opportunities that would be in front of you." And thus, I learned early on, feedback is a very valuable gift. My passion was always in the agricultural to food industries. Initially by helping farm producers be more successful, bringing them the latest animal nutrition, new technologies, and best practices, and helping them to be the best farm managers. And ultimately, I found that what I was really talented at and enjoyed most was business management. So I adjusted my plan, and instead of veterinary school, went on to achieve my MBA. As I climbed this career mountain, I found broader horizons and even more new opportunities in front of me. I was fortunate to expand my work in several segments of the industry, and each of these new horizons opened new doors for me, as well as broadening my perspective on how I could contribute. Ultimately, as President Gee shared with you, my passion expanded to helping find answers to sustainably feed a growing world population with safe and nutritious food while preserving our very precious and limited natural resources and protecting our planet for the future of our children, our grandchildren, and beyond. I am so encouraged today to see the increased pace of progress being made with global universities collaborating on research, companies developing and introducing new technologies, industries adopting these advances, and world governments working together towards food and agriculture sustainability. But my point is, my passion did not change. It grew in perspective and impact as my opportunities expanded in several new directions. So as you set out on the next step of your journey, I encourage you, find your passion. What gets you going every morning? What gives you meaning to every day? And follow it. But along the way, keep your eyes and options open. Don't limit your dreams. You'll never know what's around the corner unless you peek. Also, as you pursue your passion, there will be ups and downs. I have to share, you probably will not reach your full potential without making some mistakes or possibly experiencing some disappointments along the way. But don't be afraid to take risks. I took my share of risks and I made mistakes along the way, but I also learned that mistakes don't have to define us. You can turn these into positives if you take responsibility for those, learn from them, and then share those lessons with others around you. As well, as you progress in your career, you may also have opportunities in your sights that you really are aiming for and might not achieve. Don't make the mistake of dwelling on those disappointments. Personally, every time a door closed to me and one that I was aiming for, and it did happen, I was able to adjust my sails and move in a different direction. And looking back, I can tell you that the next opportunity I achieved always turned out better for me than the one I didn't get. A country music star and West Virginia native, Brad Paisley, said, "If you make the mistake of looking back too much, you aren't focused enough on the road in front of you. So don't let setbacks get you down. Maintain your confidence, be proud of your work, keep looking forward. It's all part of a successful career." You will also build special relationships along your career journey. A great man, Booker T. Washington, and also a West Virginian, once said, "If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else." Mentorship is a role that I have absolutely enjoyed the most throughout my career and continue in retirement. I already shared Dr. Kidder's impact early on, but I've been so fortunate in my career to have had several mentors along the way who lifted me, influenced me, helped guide me, showed me the pitfalls, and opened doors for me. I encourage you to seek out and welcome someone that offers to be your mentor as you progress in your career, and consider giving back by mentoring those that are following in your footsteps. I can tell you from experience, it will rank as one of your most rewarding endeavors. And finally, the best journeys in life are always shared. You will work hard to achieve your dream, but I hope you will work just as hard to maintain a good work-life balance, keep those special moments with families and friends, and keep them close, both to celebrate your successes, but also to be there if you do experience a setback along the way. Their support brought you this far. It will be so important going forward. I came to WVU from Pennsylvania for a great education which I received. But I didn't realize I would also meet my beautiful wife of 53 years, make lifelong friends, and establish strong roots in this state. So be proud of your diploma and the education that you received here. And I hope that you will always be an advocate for this great university and the Mountaineer family. The world is waiting for you. But in closing, I want to share one more thing. Remember, greatness and a rich life are not about the job title and the salary, but rather they come from being happy, passionate, and gaining fulfillment in what you do. So the world is waiting for you. Follow your passion. Be bold, be courageous, but keep your eyes and options open. Make WVU proud. Make your parents proud, but most important, make yourselves proud. We're counting on you. You're our future. My sincere congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you. Let's go Mountaineers.
Thanks for those words, Joel. I will now present the students who fulfill the requirements for graduation from the Davis College of Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Design from West Virginia University. I invite President Gee to come and join me to congratulate the graduates.
I would ask the faculty marshals to bring the doctoral candidates forward. Please hold your applause until all doctoral candidates have been recognized. Ganga Nakarmi. Mohammed Saidul Islam. Maher Mekki. Heather Lynn Cheney. Jaylyn Zoe Current. Samantha Joy Fabian. Now the master's degree candidates: Adam Paul Harper, Caitlin Lewis, Mariah Lynn Engel, Michaela Ray Hargis, Lexi Danielle Trickett, Joyita Sarkar, Xingming Andy Zhang, Sarah Joan Higgins, Alec Devin Browning, Michelle Landry Duval, Gemily Geron Soto, Caitlin Marina Deskins, Zane Taylor Mikesell, Jonathan Norris, Ruben Sabella, Now the bachelor's degree candidates in multidisciplinary studies: Samuel J. Burford, Carly Karen Quain, Peter Soam, Paul Soam, Justin Joel Valencia, now the bachelor's degree candidates in animal and nutritional sciences: Lillian Adamick, Charles Matthew Becker, Hannah Marie Bechtel, Darcy Catherine Bennett, Chloe Bolin, Cameron Caton Buck, Yasmin Ariana Cagle, Lena Melody Shadid, Tyler Rose Radding Cooper, Allison Chloe Copenhaver, Brooke Elizabeth Cornell, Mackenzie Nicole Cross, Hannah Kalina Darnell, Adriana Celine Dunbar, Caroline Elise Urkel, Elena Margaret Evanson, Victoria Autumn Floyd, Michaela D. Grace, Gabrielle Gwynn, Kelly Georgia Hanlon, Danielle R. Stull, Abby Marie Skrypak, Grant Marshall Censure, Kelsey Elizabeth Sanders, Madeline Nicole Ritter, Alexis Renner, Connor R. Respanti, Nicholas Alexi Penix, Emily Abigail Parent, Mallory L. Napolio, Shelby Rose Miller, Emma Joanne Miller, Cassidy Miller, Christina Marie Mertz, Dakota Allen McNutt, Margaret Joan McNichol, Jenna Elizabeth McGee, Lucas James McDonald, Chloe Grace McCarty, Hannah Elizabeth Maxwell, Eric W. Marker, Madison L. Lance, Emma Leho, Paige Elise Kyle, Jesse N. Klunk, Travis Brett Tingler, Caitlin Elizabeth Toms, Allison M. Walker, Taylor Leanne Wagerman, Now the bachelor's degree candidates in human nutrition and foods. Fatima Abdul-Redha. Jessie Noel Buckler. Taylor Renee Flannery. Leah Marie Frasenko. Maya Nicole Gathman. Brenna Teresa Groves. Anel de Los Angeles Guerrero. Claire Elizabeth Hebner. Kinsey L. Hirschberger. Ray Alexandria Knopp. Meredith Lee Kiss. Joseph Lawrence Lowers. Mary Irene Osman. Karina Barrett Patel. Catherine Lind Pratt. Megan E. Riley. Gabriella Rose Romano. Now the bachelor's degree candidates in biochemistry. Andrea Torres Alamario. Carly Elizabeth Arnold. Caitlin Elizabeth Boehner. Clayton Stephen Baldwin. Andrea Mae Barker. Lauren Mary Bish. William Zachary Boley. Morgan Emily Christian. Lakin Ashley Cook. Emily R. Duckworth. Wenjuan Gu. Brian Ho. Hannah Nicole Jandrain. Abigail Marie Jones. Cheyenne Marie Lewis. Danielle Elizabeth Matheny. Jacob Lee Morgan. Emily Paige Schweitzer. Now the degree candidates in environmental microbiology. Tegan Mackenzie Kuzner. Zachary Emerson Motes. Now the degree candidates in environmental, soil, and water sciences. Jonathan Michael Adams. Eva Catherine Bridges. Rihanna Nicole Edmonds. Nathan Robert Edwards. Gabriel L. Lucas. Chad Ryan McIntyre. Natalie Miller. Margaret Elizabeth Moulton. Lily Faye Nielsen. Peyton R. Sarsfield. Matthew Stephen Shank. Madeline Smith. Thorn Tall. Dylan Patrick Upperman. Lily Noel Wagner. Samantha K. Williams. Now the degree candidates in horticulture. Megan Bundick. Rachel M. Larson. Now the bachelor's degree candidates in agricultural and extension education. Justin Robert Arnold. Erin Elizabeth Bowman. Elena Claire Cox. Carrie Megan Furster. Brianna Marie LeMay. Brian Edward Long. Lynn Christine Thomas. Liliana Carolyn Thompson. Now the bachelor's degree candidates in design studies. Jordan Nicole Jenserowski. Hallie Lyle. Olivia Jude Rocliffe. Olivia Ann Vesey. Now the degree candidates in fashion, dress, and merchandising. Madison Ariel Baker. Layla Elizabeth Klein. Iman Nasi Cunningham Robinson. Jacob B. Dial. Side Mary Guzman. Nicole Lee Harmon. Madison R. Hess. Alexi F. Sokas. Madison A. Hughes. Andreas Morey Johnson. Kirsten Elena Paulson. Emma Taylor Wadika. Emily Gail Quantillo. Natasha Lynn Yarowenko. Lauren Michelle Ziegler. Now the degree candidates in interior architecture. Rachel Elizabeth Barlow. Owen Wayne Bender. Bethany D. Brown. Allison Brooke Bucklew. What is it? Janet Caceres Lopez. Ashley Nicole DeMarco. Emily R. Flanagan. Sydney Elizabeth Gandy. Austin Michael Hadcock. Joy Christina Hersey. Joshua Cole Jarrett. Sienna Jade Kohler Christophily. Cora K. Nairn. Emily Arden Lewis. Emily Page Oliver. Olivia Wilson Phillips. Alessandra Rowland. Elise Barbara Sizik. Balin Grace Turek. Erin Grace Adkins. Rachel Violet Robinette. Sierra Noel Tolley. Now the degree candidates in landscape architecture. Daniel Adam Amaya. Thomas Paul Burns. Ruby Marie Cole. Ali Hassan El Baure. Sophia Jabel Gum. Jack Carlisle Hardley. Isabella Haley Kurlangitis. Eva N. Lagarde. Robert Mott McEnany. Griffin Murtha. Kevin Mauricio Salgado. Rustin R. Seaman. Justin David Welch. Alexander White. Now the degree candidates in energy land management. Leighton Bechtel. Michelle Champeau. Amber Marguerite Gordon. Jefferson Ryan Gwynn. Shane O. Humphrey. Victoria Langeva. Connor Jacob Looney. Scott John Sample. And Scott is joined by a special guest, his sister Sarah Lenore Sample. Due to the pandemic, Sarah was unable to participate in a graduation ceremony, so we're happy to have her join us today in celebration. She's a 2020 graduate of the Everly College of Arts and Sciences, receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English. Now the degree candidates in Forest Resources Management. Donovan F. Beaver. Jordan Andrew Beyer. Christopher Eric Bodkin. Cody Ray Clapper. Jacob Thomas Franz. Kendall Ann Hill. Joseph Donald McCowan. Patrick Aaron Plogger. Kelsey Taylor Rasvillis. Christopher Jaden Santona Stacy. Jordan Edward Stewart. Michael David Young. Sarah Kaylee Young. Presenting the degree candidates in Recreation, Parks, and Tourism Resources, Zachary Allen Carpenter. David Joseph Colavincenzo. Taylor Ruth Kristolowski. Bryn Ann Deneen. Daniel Boy Fowler. Jacqueline Kiko. Emily Ann Lynn. Dakota Wells Scott. Vanden Kane Rackley. Emily Madison Strickler. Now presenting the degree candidates in Wildlife and Fisheries Resources. Jason Robert Ackerman. Corey Bergman. Sarah Ann Brown. Lane Edward Lee Burton. Peyton Ann Kaler. Abigail Klaskens. James Aaron Intrican. Clayton Michael Esposito. Camilla Rose Feldman. Riley James Flynn. Hannah Marie Fry. Jacob Daniel Goshen. Caleb Christopher Hamner. Hannah Marie Hoskins. Ashton Anthea Hooper. Mahaley G. Hughes. Clark Thomas Jackson. Carrie Ann Kirkendall. Eric Mason Klaus. Krista Brooke Kerchak. Stephen Lyon. Seth Thomas McCoy. Matthew Migos. Morgan Elizabeth Miller. Trevor James Moore. Cooper Key Motzko. Jacob Timothy Pennell. Seth Robert Rinderly. Ryan Frank Rutherford. Benjamin David Sabala. Austin Shower. Wesley Catherine Shaver. Christian Ronald Smith. Braden Keith Snyder. Nicholas Shane Summerlin. Travis Victorio. Brandon Wallace. Maggie Ashton Lee Walton. Shauna Marie Weatherholtz. Brooke Taylor Williams. Now the degree candidates in Wood Science and Technology. Mitchell Wade Peters. Presenting the degree candidates in Agribusiness Management. Jenna Michelle Carpenter. Tyler Eric Connolly. Kylie Davis. Jenna Mackenzie Downey. Isaac Gutierrez. Walker Harrison Hurd. Kelly Lynn Kreider. Lauren Renee McLaughlin. Anna Marie Riggleman. Daniel Summers. Reagan Elizabeth Swan. Rebecca Dawn Mackenzie Thompson. Abigail Hope West. Now presenting the candidates for graduation in Environmental and Energy Resources Management. Kelly Nicole Amos. Don Eugene Bartram. Cody David William Burris. Vanessa Franciosa. Stefan D'Angelo Hernandez. Kyle B. Jackson. Zachary Caleb Johnson. Kate K. Jerska. Aaron Sage Kugel. Kennedy Ann Lawson. Garrett Scott Monty. Jacob Alexander Morris. Joseph Edward Myers. Stephen Joseph Oberly. Anthony Chukwudofu Ogbena. Jenna Marie Primo. Catherine Faith Reed. Alec Thomas Rendelman. Joseph Ryan Swartz. Henry Addison Trojian. Joshua Verst. Now presenting the bachelor's degree candidates in environmental and natural resource economics. Madison K. Cannon. Cameron R. Reardon. Jordan Nicole Underkoffler. President Gee, this concludes the presentation of the candidates for graduation.
Wow. My. What a crowd. Anyway, let me just say a couple of things. First of all, Mr. Dean, let me just tell you something. This graduating class wins two things. One, they're very tall. And two, they have the best shoes I've ever seen in my life. I just want you to know that. I figured that out. Number three, and I apologize to the young woman right over here. I came up to her and I said, "Oh, it's so wonderful to see you again. Haven't we met?" And she said, "No, we haven't met." And I thought, oh, gosh, I felt like a guy in a bar. But anyway, so great to be with all of you. I want you to know how much we appreciate you. I want you to know how much I appreciate all the things you're doing. You know, it's been a heck of a week for me, as you can imagine. It's been a long week. And all sorts of things going on. But one of the things I like to do is I like to share things, and I brought this along. I've shared it with some other people. But you know, when you're running a big university, you get all these notes all the time, and sometimes you can't quite figure out what's going on. But I thought I'd read this one to you because your parents and family are here, but they might appreciate this. It says, "Dear Dr. Gee, thank you so much for the flowers you sent on the occasion of my business expansion. As a West Virginia University alumnus, I appreciate the thought. However, I must tell you that the card accompanying the flower said, 'Rest in peace.' There must have been some mistake, and I wanted to bring it to your attention." Can you imagine? I received this on a Wednesday on top of every other thing I was dealing with, and I got hysterical, so I sent back a note. It was to George from Whittier. I said, "Dear George, oh my, this means that somewhere there's a funeral taking place today with flowers and a note saying congratulations on your new location." So anyway, it is what it is. You know, someone asked me today, they said, "What's it like running a university, being a university president?" I said, "Well, being a university president is like running a cemetery. You've got a lot of people under you and nobody's listening." So anyway, we are grateful for all of you. I want to first of all say that to our students that college is never easy, but many of you have endured the unique challenges of a pandemic on your journey to graduation. And I don't take anything away from that. It has been a challenge for all of you. Their life has mostly returned to normal. These challenges took a lasting toll on many students. I can tell you this, and I say this to the parents, the mental health challenges that these students have had is just absolutely enormous. We see it, we hear it, we feel it, we see it in our Cruise Center, but in spite of everything, these young people have kept going. Their resilience is awe-inspiring, and I want every one of you to know they deserve a special round of applause. Would you give them a great round of applause? And let me say this also. Let me say this to the students. No one makes this journey alone. And I would also like to recognize those people who were with you every step of the way, from doing hampers full of laundry to sweating out final exam grades to fulfilling those urgent Venmo requests. Please give your parents and friends, everyone, a big round of applause, would you please? So in difficult times, resilience arms us against doubt and builds the courage to overcome obstacles. Focusing on a goal, let me just say this to all of you, focusing on a goal, completing your degree may in fact have helped you to survive and thrive. Having an overarching sense of purpose for your life beyond graduation may, just may, have made your time here downright exciting. So there is recent psychological research that has shown that a sense of purpose helps college students in many ways, from withstanding stressors to promoting general well-being. The importance of purpose, and as you know, we have the first purpose center in the country. The importance of purpose does not wane as you progress through life. A member of our psychology faculty, Nicholas Turiano, has found purposeful individuals live longer, even when controlling for other markers of psychological and effective well-being. Purpose and resilience also cultivate creativity, and there's a lot of creative people here graduating today, enabling us to take the steep step from having big ideas to using those ideas to solve real problems. It is easy to find excuses to maintain the status quo. In our work and in our lives, complacency, comfort, and fear of the unknown are the greatest impediments to change and innovation. The possibility of failure is not a reason to resist change. In fact, I can tell you I have failed many times. But failure is, in fact, an inevitable and even mandatory detour on the road to any worthwhile goal. Your life's journey can lead to positive change if you commit to your unique purpose and make your choices serve that purpose. Whatever path you choose, ladies and gentlemen, the education you received here at West Virginia University will guide you to ever higher summits. The family members, your friends, your teachers, all who have supported you throughout your education will continue always to cheer you on. And on their behalf, on behalf of all those folks, I would like to offer a few words of wisdom you can carry forward as you leave here. First, when in doubt, just take the first and next small step. No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, and show up. Patience and perseverance will help you attain almost any goal, unless maybe you are trying to buy Taylor Swift tickets. But as Taylor herself would say, when it comes to disappointment, sometimes you need to just shake it off. And even though it might be scary because you're on your own, kid, it is now time to pursue your wildest dreams. And also remember that texting is great, but talking face-to-face is even better. Preserve your sense of humor. That's from parents who love to hear from you face-to-face, I might say. Preserve your sense of humor, especially the ability to laugh at yourself. Remember that money and power are not everything, unless you want your life to have all of the warmth and caring displayed in an episode of Succession. Avoid envy. Avoid envy by accepting what you have, not pining for what others seem to have. If we all tossed our problems, if everyone in this room tossed their problems in a pile and saw what everyone else is coping with, we would most likely grab our own problems back. Unless you were born with a literal crown awaiting you, hard work will be necessary for you to advance in life. But unlike King Charles, you, each one of you, can at least choose your own path. So above all, this is my last admonition, above all, be glad that recent years have already taught you an important lesson. Life will not always be fair, but it can always be great. Your sense of purpose will accompany you wherever you go and inspire you to unimaginable heights. So, ladies and gentlemen, will the degree candidates from the Davis College of Agricultural, Natural Resources and Design please rise? Will you all please rise? So your education has prepared you to transform the resources around us to improve people's lives. For our world, you'll be a catalyst of the power that drives all discovery and creation, curiosity. Having honed your communication skills and your ability to engage people, you are ready to go forth with creativity and compassion. As a West Virginia University graduate, put your mountaineer values to work solving problems and changing lives. Make service to others not just an obligation, but your passion. Nature is important, and nurture the curiosity that enables you to visualize new ideas, try new solutions, and blaze new paths. Respect others. Respect others and search for common ground on which to build our shared future. Be accountable to yourself and others by working hard and maintaining the highest possible ethics. Celebrate the successes that education has put within your reach and inspire others to value the world-changing power of scientific discovery and artistic expression. Above all, make every day that you live an opportunity to learn. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Bachelors may move your tassels to the left side of your cap as a symbol of your achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
Please remain standing. Graduates, university marshals will release you in an orderly manner after the platform party exits the floor.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday, Lord, yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place